Hey there! This is Wally Wabowlhead, and this is Wally Wabowlhead's Quick Bite. Today is the 28th of October. It is a chilly but delightfully brisk day here in Pennington, New Jersey. I am accompanied here by my trusty cohort, Ferdinando the Duck, El Pato. You know what that means? El Pato?
El pato means the duck in Spanish there, monkey boy. Very good way to use the internet.
Right, thanks there, pal. So, anyhow, thanks for tuning in today. Hope everyone is excited for their Fridays. I apologize for slouching. Today, I wanted to quickly end the week with a quick recommendation for those of you who do not have in your repertoire within your kitchen gadget list the meat thermometer, or thermometer for whatever your little heart desires. You can use this thing to measure the temperature of not just meat. I've got two of them here on the table. This is a Thermopen. It's the company is Thermoworks. The advantage of this one, you take, I'm doing this one-handed, you take the probe out, you spear it into whatever it is that you're trying to measure, and it's a quick read. So within under 2 seconds, you get the temperature. It takes all of the guesswork out of a lot of cooking. I've been a fan of the thermometer now for, with cooking at least, for at least, I don't know, 5 or 6 years. I've really, you put a lot of trust in these things. Roasts that were in the past difficult to manage, you're overcooking them. Turkeys, chickens, just a couple numbers to think of. The internal temperature of a chicken and or turkey breast is $1.60 minimum. I like to pull them at $1.55 as the residual heat afterwards is going to let it heat up. For beef, you've got, let's see, 120 to 130 is rare, 130 to 140 is medium rare, and then it continues to go up. Again, with meat, depending on the time of the year and where you're cooking it, it's going to the temperature is going to go up at least 5 degrees after you take it off. So for those of you that like rare steaks, I'm not much of a meat eater these days, but if I do, I'm going rare. I like to pull mine at about a $1.15. Let it sit for at least 5 minutes, and afterwards, you're guaranteed a perfectly cooked piece of meat. I know that with meat, people always used to judge by the touching part of their hand, or where their thumb connected to the rest of their hand. If it works good, this takes all the guesswork out of it. The other one that I have here is also a Thermoworks. This is a probe thermometer. The concept of, and I'm doing this one-handed, of setting it and forgetting about it. You set an alarm, and what happens is it comes in this kind of nifty carrying case, which I should have had some foresight in taking this out of the nifty carrying case. But this is what this guy looks like. You've got all sorts of different options on it. Temperature, time, 2 different alarms. The probe on this one, this is the one that I use actually when I'm cooking for the wobbles, cooking either the chicken thighs or the chicken breasts. You stick it in there, you close the oven, you set the temperature, and when it gets to the thighs, we cook to, we set the first alarm at 175, the breast at 160, so we overcook it just because we're cooking it for the general public, but if it was for personal consumption, I'd be cooking it like 10 degrees less than that. Be careful with these things, they're extremely sharp. I have poked myself with these things on more than one occasion, and it's a weird injury because it kind of bleeds internally. So I don't recommend it. Another good thing, and I mentioned this the other day when I was talking about cakes and desserts, there are also internal temperatures for those with, so a regular pound cake or a chocolate cake, your typical layered cake that you're cooking, typically you cook it to about between 200 and 200 degrees. So with this, what you can do is you can set a rack above your cooking cakes or brownies, poke this guy down into it, you clip it on with a clip that's also included here, and once it gets to 200 degrees, your alarm goes off, you pull it out and you don't have to worry about overcooking your cake. So, if you don't have a digital probe meat thermometer, which is this one, or which was this one, which goes with this thing, and or a Thermopen, I recommend getting both of them. These are more expensive. This one's about $100, so you might not want to think and dive into this one. But the digital probe meat thermometer is a wonderful investment. With Thanksgiving coming up, you can now set it into your turkey breast. You cook it to about 160 degrees, depending on your how well you want your breast to be done. And the alarm goes off, and you take it out, and you don't have to worry about people saying your turkey breast is dry. Yeah, what do you think about that, El Pato?
Yes, I don't like thinking about eating turkeys, but thank you.
Understandably so, buddy. Anyhow, hope everyone has a great weekend, and has a great weekend. I'm not sure if I said that right, but happy Friday, happy Saturday and Sunday in advance, and we will see you on Monday. This is Wally Wabowlhead, and this is Wally Wabowlhead's Quick Bite. One quick thing, if you don't already, like my page, my business page, Wobble for Balance. Eventually, all of these broadcasts will be going over there. So in order to watch it, it's easier if you guys, for those of you that are enjoying this, like that page, the Wobble for Balance page, and as within the next couple of weeks, we'll be transitioning these broadcasts over to that platform, which will be the same thing, just in a different spot. So, have a great weekend. Oh.